Hello everyone, I am Shrivani, online tutor. I've been teaching maths, physics and chemistry to thousands of students for more than 15 years now. I focus on various curriculum. Currently, the CBSE has announced MCQ pattern for the board students. Yes, this is a new format. But children, all of you can score good. The only thing you need to do is make sure your concepts are strong. And secondly, with subjects like maths and science, you need to have a smart approach in handling the different models of questions. So in my channel, I will be focusing on the objective part with the boards as well as the entrance. Let's get started. Hello everyone. Let's start with inverse trigonometry questions from previous year's KCT papers. First question. The value of sine inverse cos 53 pi by 5. So this question is from KCT 2016 question paper. So sine inverse cos 53 pi by 5 can be written as cos of 50 pi plus 3 pi divided by 5. So this is going to be equal to cos of 10 pi plus 3 pi by 5. 50 pi by 5 will be 10 pi. So now we have cos of 10 pi plus 3 pi by 5. Let's see in which quadrant it falls. So we have the quadrants 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of us know all positive, sine positive, tan positive, cos positive. So 10 pi plus 3 pi by 5, 10 pi plus theta. So we have 1 pi, 2 pi. So 2 pi will form one cycle, 10 pi will form 5 cycles, plus theta, theta is 3 pi by 5. So again it will fall in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, all are positive. So it's going to be positive. And we have 10 pi here. Integral multiples of pi, the function is not going to change. It's going to be cos itself. So sine inverse of cos of 3 pi by 5. So now here we have inverse of sine inverse function and we have cos function. So let's change this cos to sine. So sine inverse of cos 90 minus theta. Cos theta is sine of 90 minus theta. So this is going to be sine of 90 minus 3 pi by 5. So now sine inverse and sine is getting cancelled. So we are left with pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 5. So when we take LCM, we get the answer which is minus pi by 10. So option 4 is the correct answer. So moving on to question number 2. 3 tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi, then x is equal to. So this question is from KCT 2016 question paper. So we have the property tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equals pi by 2. So let's see whether we can use it here. So 3 tan inverse x, we can write it as 2 tan inverse x plus tan inverse x. Then we have cot inverse x plus cot inverse x equals pi. So this is your question. I have just split this 3 tan inverse x as 2 tan inverse x and 1 tan inverse x. So now I have tan inverse x plus cot inverse x, which is going to be pi by 2. So then 2 tan inverse x will be, pi by 2 will be transposed to the right hand side. So you get pi minus pi by 2, which is pi by 2. So tan inverse x is going to be pi by 4, which means x will have the value 1, because tan 45 is 1. So option 2 is the correct answer, which is 1. So moving on to the next question. This is from KCT question paper 2016 itself. So the question says tan inverse x by y minus tan inverse x minus y by x plus y. So we have a formula tan inverse A minus tan inverse B equals tan inverse of A minus B divided by 1 plus AB. So let's take this x by y as A and x minus y by x plus b, y as B. So this is going to become tan inverse of A minus B. So our A is x by y, B is x minus y by x plus y divided by divided by 1 plus AB. Again A is x by y, B is x minus y by x plus y. So what do we need to do here? We just have to take LCM. So this is going to be tan inverse of. So the numerator and the denominator, the LCM is going to be y. Look at the LCM here. It's going to be y into x plus y here. In the denominator also it is y into x plus y. So after taking LCM, what actually happens here? So this is going to become x square minus xy plus y square plus xy. This is the numerator we get. The denominator will be xy plus y square plus x square minus xy. And the y into x plus y in the numerator and y into x plus y in the denominator will get cancelled. So now here again, when we look at it, tan inverse of x square minus xy plus y square plus xy divided by xy plus y square plus x square minus xy. Xy and minus y, xy gets cancelled. Here also xy and minus xy gets cancelled. So we are left with tan inverse of x square plus y square divided by x square plus y square. So this is going to be equal to tan inverse of 1. What is tan inverse of 1? Tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Option 2 is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. Question number 4. So this question is from KCT 2017 question paper. The question says range of secant inverse x. So we need to draw the secant inverse graph now. So let's draw the graph. So the domain of secant inverse x is going to be infinity comma 1 union minus 1 comma minus infinity. So this is your domain. So let's draw the graph here. So we have 0, 1, minus 1, pi by 2, pi, minus pi by 2, minus pi. So when you look at the domain, the graph needs to be from 1 to infinity. So the graph will be from 1 to infinity and again from minus 1 to minus infinity. So minus 1 is here, minus 1. So minus infinity to minus 1. So the graph will come like this. And excluding pi by 2. So pi by 2 is actually getting excluded. Why? Cos pi by 2 is 0. Secant pi by 2 is going to be 1 by 0, which is not defined. So we can't have that in the range. So range is going to be, when you look at the graph, range is going to be 0 to pi. Range is, the graph is in 0 to pi and excluding pi by 2. So range will be 0, in the closed interval 0 comma pi minus pi by 2. So this is the range. So option D is the correct answer. So moving on to the next question. The question says, this is from KCT question paper 2017. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals 4 pi by 5. Then what is cot inverse x plus cot inverse y? So if you look into the question is given, the details are tan inverse x and tan inverse y. What is asked is cot inverse x and cot inverse y. So we just need to do the conversion of tan inverse x to cot inverse x and tan inverse y to cot inverse y. So what is tan inverse x? It is pi by 2 minus cot inverse x. What is tan inverse y? It is pi by 2 minus cot inverse y. So this is equal to 4 pi by 5. So cot inverse x plus cot inverse y will go to the other side as positive. So here we have pi by 2, which is pi, and 4 pi by 5 will come this side as minus 4 pi by 5. So after taking LCM, 5 pi minus 4 pi, so it's going to be pi by 5. So pi by 5 is cot inverse x plus cot inverse y. So which is option B is the correct answer. So moving on to the next question. Question number 6. So this question is from KCT 2018 question paper. The question says, if sine inverse x is plus cos inverse y is 2 pi by 5, what is cos inverse x plus sine inverse y? So sine inverse x and cos inverse y is given. Cos inverse x and sine inverse y is asked. So here again the same kind of conversion we need to do. So sine inverse x plus cos inverse y is 2 pi by 5. So sine inverse x, but question asked is cos inverse x. So sine inverse x will be pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. Cos inverse y is going to be pi by 2 minus sine inverse y. So this is equal to 2 pi by 5. So take the minus cos inverse x and minus sine inverse x to the right hand side. It becomes plus cos inverse x. So it will become plus cos inverse x plus sine inverse y. So left hand side we have pi by 2 which is a pi, and this 2 pi by 5 on the right hand side will come this side as minus 2 pi by 5. So when we take LCM, it's going to be 3 pi by 5. Answer is 3 pi by 5. So 3 pi by 5 is cos inverse x plus sine inverse y. So option B is the correct answer. Moving on to question number 7. The value of the expression tan of cos inverse 2 by root 5 by 2. So this is in KCT question paper 2018. So tan of, so here we need to remember the half angle formulas. Tan of x by 2 will be 1 minus cos x by sin x. So here your x is going to be cos inverse 2 by root 5. So substituting it in the formula, we have tan of half cos inverse 2 by root 5 is going to be 1 minus x is going to be cos inverse 2 by root 5. So it's going to be 1 minus cos x. So x is cos inverse of 2 by root 5 divided by sin x. Sin of x is cos inverse of 2 by root 5. So cos inverse of 2 by root 5. So numerator, if you see, cos inverse and cos gets cancelled. So numerator is going to be 1 minus 2 by root 5. Denominator, we have sin and cos inverse. So again we need to make a change here. So when we look at the right angle triangle, so here cos theta is here means it says 2 by root 5. So adjacent side is 2. Root 5 is your hypotenuse, which means automatically opposite side is going to be 1. The value of the opposite side is going to be 1. So when we have to write cos inverse as sin inverse, it's going to be opposite by hypotenuse, which is 1 by root 5. So now sin and sin inverse is getting cancelled. So we have 1 minus 2 by root 5 divided by 1 by root 5. So when we take LCM here, we have root 5 minus 2, and this root 5 gets cancelled in the numerator and the denominator. So the final answer is root 5 minus 2, which is option B is the correct answer. Yes, children. Now moving on to the next question, question number 8. So the question says a plus pi by 2 less than 2 tan inverse x plus 3 cot inverse x less than b. This question is from 2019 question paper. Finding a and b is the question. So here a plus pi by 2 less than 2 tan inverse x. So this cot inverse function we will change it to tan inverse function. So that is going to be 3 multiplied with pi by 2 minus tan inverse x less than b. So this will be a plus pi by 2 less than 2 tan inverse x. So we have here 2 tan inverse x and minus 3 tan inverse x. So what happens? So this will become minus tan inverse x plus 3 pi by 2 less than b. So now we have this 3 pi by 2. So in order to eliminate it, we need to add minus 3 pi by 2 throughout the inequality. So it's going to be a plus pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 2 less than minus tan inverse x plus 3 pi by 2, and minus 3 pi by 2 gets cancelled. So less than b minus 3 pi by 2. So now we have minus tan inverse x. So we need to multiply the entire inequality with plus sign. What happens? So a minus, here after taking LCM you will have minus pi less than minus tan inverse x less than b minus 3 pi by 2. So when we change the sign throughout, it is going to be pi minus a, the less than symbol will become greater than symbol, tan inverse x greater than, and the sign will change here, so it's going to become 3 pi by 2 minus b. So we have the property, the inverse function, the tan inverse function lies between minus pi by 2 and plus pi by 2. So now on comparing this, we will be getting our a and b values. So 3 pi by 2 minus b equals minus pi by 2. So what is b? b is going to be 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2, which is 4 pi by 2, which will be a 2 pi. Now pi minus a is equal to, pi minus a is equal to pi by 2. What is a here? A will be pi minus pi by 2, which is pi by 2. So the value of a is pi by 2 and the value of b is 2 pi. So option D is the correct answer. So moving on to the next question, question number 9. This is from KCT 2019 question paper. The question says cos of 2 sine inverse 3 by 4. 2 sine inverse 3 by 4. I'm going to split it. I'm going to split it as sine inverse 3 by 4 plus sine inverse 3 by 4 plus cos inverse 3 by 4. So now why am I doing it? So we have the property sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equals pi by 2, where x belongs to the closed interval minus 1 comma 1. So when you look at 3 by 4, x is 3 by 4 here. 3 is the numerator, 4 is the denominator, so which means it is less than 1. So we can use this. So cos of sine inverse 3 by 4, sine inverse 3 by 4 plus pi by 2. Because sine inverse 3 by 4 plus cos inverse 3 by 4, it is pi by 2. So now we have cos of pi by 2 plus sine inverse 3 by 4. So here theta is sine inverse 3 by 4. Theta is sine inverse 3 by 4. So let's see the quadrants. Looking into the quadrants, let's see where this angle falls. So here we have the quadrant, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So it is cos of 90 plus theta, cos of 90 plus theta. So it is going to be 0 here, 90. So 90 plus theta means it is second quadrant. Second quadrant means, all silver teacups. So, sign is positive, but here it is cos. So it's going to be minus. And when we have cos of pi by 2 plus theta, so integral multiples of pi by 2 we have. So then the cos function will become sine function. Function will change. So cos will become sine. So we have now sine of minus sine of theta. What is my theta? Theta is sine inverse 3 by 4. So now sine and sine inverse gets cancelled and my answer is minus 3 by 4, which is option B is the correct answer. Moving on to question number 10. So the last question here, it is from KCT 2020. It's a very interesting question where children felt they did it right and most of them got it wrong. Why? So we have the property sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So just looking at this question, sine inverse pi by 3 plus cos inverse pi by 3 is pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 is cos 90 is 0. So answer is B, but answer is not B. Why? Again, sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. The property is perfect, but the domain x lies within the closed interval minus 1 comma 1. So here look at pi by 3. X is pi by 3 here. So x is pi by 3. Pi is 3.14 divided by 3. So which means 3.14 divided by 3 means the numerator is greater, which means is greater than 1. And here it should be within 1. So this is not defined. Sine inverse pi by 3 plus cos inverse pi by 3 is not defined. because the x value should be within the closed interval minus 1 comma 1, which is not happening here. Here the x value is greater than 1. So the answer is option A, does not exist is the answer. Okay children, so we have done with inverse trigonometry questions of the previous KCET papers. You could watch my videos, more videos on the same in my channel.